There's a mission for you and for me. You see, our mother, she has been suffering, and the truth is told beneath the siege. So raise your voices, sing like ocean waves crashing to the shore. This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean, give us strength. Each and every voice will be counted, as each and every soul has a place, sharing on this beautiful planet. We need awareness, every decision we make. So raise your voices, sing like thunder, strength in harmony. This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean, give us This is our song for the ocean, Mother Earth, we are calling your name. We know you're taken for granted, but we stand here committed to change. The voices of children are singing towards tomorrow's horizon they gaze. Oh, this is our song for the ocean, give us strength. Oh, this is our song for the ocean, give us strength. Give us strength.
Good morning, angels. Hi, Howard. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, angels all. Hello, hello. Were you able to hear that beautiful song for the ocean? I love that. That's Christian Hannah, and she's wonderful, as you know. Good morning, Juanita. Karen, you're here. Hildy, Sue, it's so wonderful to have you with us, and William and everybody here with us. Thank you for joining this morning. We have a wonderful, wonderful hour planned for you. We really do. And we hope that it will all go well and everything will work properly. I heard them drilling outside and I thought, oh no drilling today. I'm sorry, you can't drill on my day, on Tuesday. You can't drill. So welcome. Hi, Karen. Hi. Hello. See you. Nice. I hope you're feeling better. So today, angels, we are talking about young at heart. How many of us are young at heart? Thumbs up if you're young at heart. Thumbs up. Okay. I know you are. I know. And what does that mean? That means we are, that means we are innocent like a little baby, like a little tiny baby. We're innocent. Hi, Mateo. Raquel, hi. Welcome, angels. A baby has innocence. You hold a little baby in your hands, and the baby will look at you, a newborn baby, and it's so pure and so beautiful, and it's so innocent. It hasn't been touched by this world as yet. It hasn't had the gross stuff to come in its life yet. It only knows it cries when it's hungry, and it knows its mother because its mother holds her or him and kisses them. That's innocence. That's young at heart. And we are all, every one of us, are young at heart. And then now you can hear the drilling. Okay, that was very nice of them. But we are all young at heart. We all have the same life. Now, some of us, our lives as children were not that happy. Some of us had wonderful lives that we were raised by a two-parent family, and we had a lovely childhood. I was fortunate, I did. And I know Roz was also, she did. But some of us maybe weren't quite so happy in our youth. But what I want you to do now is think of a beautiful time when you were young, a beautiful time that you remember. Maybe you went to the park. Maybe you went to the ocean to swim. Maybe you went dancing. Maybe whatever it was that in your youth you did that made you really happy. Think about that for a minute, just for a moment. Put your hand on your heart and close your eyes just for a moment and think about something happy in your childhood when you were really young at heart, when you really had such joy and happiness and purity in your life. Think about it just for a moment in silence. Get yourself into that mode of being happy and joyful and silent. And the beauty of the earth surrounded you. And your parents were there. And that was a beautiful time. Just think about that time. Think about it. Put yourself back years and years and years into your youth. Well, some of you don't have so many years to go back, but us that are a little older, we have years and years to go back. Put yourself in that mood. That's how I want you to be today for our class. I want you to be young at heart and back in the feeling of your youth and your joy and your happiness. That's where I want you to be. So young at heart and beautiful. So let's meditate about that. Hi, Lourdes. Welcome. Let's meditate about that.
I allow my body to relax. Breathing evenly and naturally, I turn my awareness inward. I find a silent space within, and I feel my own presence. I feel the pure energy of my own essence. Just me. And for a few moments, untouched by the outside world, I am a pure, silent being. There is no one quite like me. I appreciate the special feeling that is me. And I appreciate my journey through life that has led me to the present. I especially remember my early years, my spirit of innocence, my pure vision and trust, my natural spontaneity. And I recall my growth to adulthood. I recognize how my innocent spirit became overlaid by many fears, doubts, worries and troubles. But now, resting in the silent stillness of my being, I remember who I am. I go beneath the layers of fear and doubt, and I view myself and the world with innocence.
Feel yourself in the world with innocence. That's beautiful. That's beautiful voice of Carmen Worthington. There's more to that meditation, and all of these are from YouTube. You can always go to YouTube, look up Spirit of Innocence, and you can hear that entire meditation. So many things we can put into our soul and into our mind so we don't have that fear and worry and doubt that conflicts the good thoughts that we want to have. We have to remember that we were once children, tiny children, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15. We were young and we had that spirit of innocence that filled us up with joy and happiness. And the child within us sometimes wasn't so happy. That child, that innocent child, your inner child, we have to give it good thoughts and beautiful feelings, the inner child. I have a beautiful meditation to play about the inner child. So let's listen to that.
I allow my body to
Nope.
relax.
Not Carmen.
And enjoy freedom.
Let's start.
When we see images of purity, of innocence, of cleanliness, of unleashed joy and vitality, that innocence touches something very deep in us. It stirs in us the memory of our true being, and somehow we know once upon a time we had that. We came into this world as light, as beautiful beings full of vitality, full of freshness, full of spirituality, of joy, of love. We were purely authentic, full of gifts, full of capacities, and enjoy the freedom of just being who we truly are. To take a moment to remember that real part of me, full of that joy, full of that vibrancy, full of that light. But something happened over time. That freedom, that authenticity became darkened. It became stifled. As I experienced loss, as I experienced rejection, as I was told how to act, how to be in the world, to have a sense of belonging, I stifled that authentic part of my being. And sorrow began. To return to that innocence, I have to be ready to leave the darkness in my own mind. I have to be willing to sit in stillness. And so right now, I let go of the world and all of its influences on me. And I take a moment just to center myself in quietness. I prepare myself to leave this world, and I imagine a stairwell. And step by step, as I move up that stairwell, I feel lighter and lighter, farther and farther away from the heaviness that I've picked up on this journey of life. And I take a moment right now to sense my true being, that joy I felt as a child, that cleanliness, that freshness, that lightness that comes when I have no one I'm trying to be, nothing I'm trying to attain. When I am just in that pure state of contentment, I see myself as that light, and I feel myself as that pure, clean light, unmixed with anything. From this place, it's easy to see how I allow the experiences of the world to define me, how I allowed situations to smother that innocence. The journey back to innocence is not a journey of becoming, it's a journey of remembering. And each time I take a moment like this to remember my true spirit of vitality, of power, of purity, then I take a step back home to the real me, to the authentic me, to that mind that is clean of any memory from the past, to that pure essence of peace, when I too lived with complete freedom, alive and content. And I make this promise to myself that I will take that journey back to innocence, step by step, with each moment that I remember my true spirit.
Hello there. We're back. Hi, Flor. Welcome again. That's wonderful. I know you all can hear they're drilling. Actually, they're drilling down in the lobby and they're fixing something, and it comes up here like it's right in my house, right? You can hear that. I'm sorry for that. Hopefully soon they stop for lunch. So that would be good. So I'm sorry, I apologize for that. I can't do anything about it except pray that they stop. Hi, Lourdes. Welcome, welcome back. Well, all of you understand. You all live somewhere where they're doing some work and doing things. Hi, you look so pretty, all of you angels out there. And oh, stop it now. I don't want to hear any more drilling. It feels like it's right here, doesn't it? And it's in the lobby and I'm on the 6th floor. So understand how that's coming up through the building. Well, I just have to, I love you, William. You know that. You know that for a long time. Hi, Christina. How are you, everybody? Everybody, it's wonderful to see you all. So we're talking about young at heart, and that was a beautiful meditation. I hope you could hear most of it without this noise bothering you. And I guess I say maybe they'll stop at lunchtime. You too, Christina. You too. It's wonderful to see you. So here we are talking about being young at heart and being in our wonderful years of youth when we were happy and the world wasn't so difficult. But you see, the problem being that the world, when we were young, there was a lot of problems, but our parents or the people we lived with took care of those problems. We didn't have to deal with them. We now, as adults, have to learn how to deal with the problems here on earth. And we have to learn how to protect that inner child, that beautiful child of love that we are. Love, peace, wisdom, purity, and happiness. That's what we are. That's what our soul is. So we have to learn to protect that inner child. And the way we can do that is to go deep within ourselves. Go deep within, reach deep within, and get back to the joy that you were then. The problems of the earth go on. We have climate change, which is terrible. Here in Florida, well, I won't complain because we have people in Germany and we have people in Mexico, and maybe they're not feeling this so badly. But the problems here on earth are a lot for all of us. And I know sometimes I wake up in the morning and I say, oh no, this can't be happening. More bad news, more things that are difficult. The pandemic that we all went through, the fact that we had to withstand these terrible things that happened in the world. And we were protected from that. We were protected because we had the people that took care of us. If it was our parents or guardians or whoever it was, we were protected. And we had the best protection, umbrella of protection, by the Supreme Soul, God. Here's a picture. You can see it right behind me. The Supreme Soul gave us his protection and his love and his joy and his happiness because we were children and are children of one Father. No matter what religion you were born in, we have one Father who takes care of us. So we have to dig deep down within ourselves, find that inner child and talk to him. Let's see a meditation that I have now about that.
Of its catalysts and challenge innocence. Let's connect to that part of you that is always excited for new experiences, that is not afraid to ask for what it needs in every now moment, and that part that is always ready to play and go on new adventures. Perhaps your inner child has been pushed away or ignored so many times that this can cause hesitance or resistance. Just take a few moments to tune in, and if you feel any resistance or contraction, just take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, let go. Just breathe it out. Another deep breath in, exhale. Relax. Imagine that your inner child is the true guide to your soul, and the time is right for you to regain your trust in the magical gifts your inner child has to offer. When you tap into that trust, you will have access to this magic. See, know, and feel it. Reclaim it. Carry it deep in your heart. With the spirit of your inner child in your heart, you open the gate to this magical realm of childlike wonder and freedom to express yourself to the fullest. Receive it, accept it, own this magical energy. Play with this energy every day and integrate it into everything you do. Connecting to the inner child in your heart is one of the first steps to take towards healing and discovering who you really are and what your true passions are in life. With the inner child in your heart, the universe will react to you and support you every step of the way. All you have to do is open yourself up to receive and accept this magical protection and guidance of the child within you. Discover it. Let it enrich your life. Again, if there is any sign of resistance or contraction, tune into it right now. Perhaps your inner child has been pushed away or ignored so many times, and this can cause hesitance or create a barrier between you and your inner child's essence. So take a deep breath in. Give yourself full permission to look at what is coming to the surface, and on the exhale, give yourself full permission to relax and let go. Another deep breath in. If you feel any tension or contraction coming up, just breathe it out. Let it go. I will now read a healing message of love and forgiveness to the inner child within. This is a message that has the intention to mend any negativity and to invite your inner child closer into your heart space for healing and transformation. Take a deep breath in. Give yourself full permission to relax, and on the exhale, feel any tension exiting your mind and your body. Another deep breath in. Fully relaxing, opening the heart. Exhale, and allow these healing waves to reach you on the deepest level. One last time, take a deep breath in. Allow this message to the inner child to penetrate deeply into your cell memory, setting a strong intention to heal and transform your relationship with your inner child. Another deep breath in. And on the exhale, opening up the heart to fully receive and accept the essence of your inner child to come closer. Dearest inner child, I'm sorry if you ever felt hurt, abandoned, rejected, or doubted by anyone in the past. Or if you have ever felt that I have lived in a way that has excluded you from my experience, made you feel unimportant. I'm so
We have forgotten to play. That's one of the things. Can your inner child come out and play? We have forgotten to do that. We have forgotten to play. I really apologize for that noise. It's awful. Does it interfere, Ross? Tell me, does it interfere? Can you hear the meditation?
We can hear everything, and it's a reminder that when we're focusing on something, there's many times when something else tries to grab our attention. We call that the side scenes. And so it's sort of a metaphor of life. We're focusing on the meditation, and here comes this side scene. And so it's a little practice at focus and closing our mind to the side scenes. And sometimes I tell Etta that the biggest lesson she gives is just her being calm and relaxed no matter what. And we that have been on for many weeks, sometimes the computer doesn't work, and we've seen many different scenarios, many different side scenes that Etta had not planned on. And she stays cool as a cucumber. And that's a reminder to us that there's strength in finding a solution when you're cool and calm. And that's called the ideal performance state. So Etta, they're doing us a favor by giving us the opportunity to focus very carefully, because you have selected some exquisite meditations this morning. And I want to give a special shout out to my dear friend Susan. It's taken me about 20 years to get her on here, but never give up. As Juanita says, no doesn't mean anything. It just means not now. So
That's
be
right.
persistent with yourself and others, but not a pain in the neck. There's a fine line between persistence and annoyance. And while I have the microphone, a reminder that this is a fan club. We're fans of peace, love, and joy, and contentment. And when you become a fan of those four things, you've got it made. You send out the vibe of being young at heart. Who would guess that Etta is 90 years old?
No
one would ever guess. No, she's not. A little joking now and then doesn't hurt. But I don't
Not
think anybody
true.
could ever
Christina
guess.
knows that.
I don't think anybody could ever guess Etta's age because she is the embodiment of young at heart. She's constantly learning and growing and sharing. And that's what young at heart looks like. And what I was going to share, and I'll just share it briefly now, is when you know there is benefit in everything, even though it's ugly, like that saw, even when it's something very bad that happened, when you have the consciousness that there's benefit in everything, it enables you to stay young at heart because you always have the choice to stew in it or to rejoice and say, this is making me stronger and better. And when you have that consciousness that every situation is beneficial, it keeps you young at heart. And that's what Etta demonstrates every week with the I was going to say the fuck ups, with the foul ups. Because that's what they are. The computer doesn't always cooperate, and she just knows there's benefit and sticks with it, and it's a wonder. It is a total wonder. So hi to all my friends near and far.
Near and far is right.
And you have no idea how much time Etta puts in to getting just the right song, just the right meditation. Hours, hours, hours. She makes it look so easy, and it is easy, and she is joyful in doing it, and that is keeping her young at heart. And so beyond this 1 hour session, if you would integrate into your life some of the things that she prescribes, that she invites you to take more of BB Butler on YouTube, more of Carmen Warrington, and all the other meditations that she plays, you will be young at heart. Just let your heart open to everything she says. And then don't forget it when the program's over. Go out and do it. That's the key. Thanks, Etta.
Thank you, Roz. Although if I tell how old you are, I'm not going to do that. I promise. But we'll celebrate your birthday in December. But no, not 90. Not 90. Well, anyway, it does tend to get to be a lot of work, but I love every minute of it. I love every minute of it because in doing that, in working on getting the meditations, is that you, Howard, who's talking?
No.
No, okay, turn off your mic, please, for me. When you work on things like this, and it does take time because I, you know, my husband and I were on the radio for 30 years. I have an ear for sound and for things that happen. So I do try to pick the right meditations, but I have to tell you, if any of this works, It's because Roz is my teacher, she's my friend, and she is the one who inspired me 22 years ago to do this. And I have been following in her footsteps and Baba's footsteps, God's footsteps for 22 years. And it's been a joy journey. And let's meditate.
Right.
Having no time for peace and happiness. Om Shanti. Today I'll be talking on the art of being here and now. Maximize your life by being in the present. In today's competitive environment, we often complain about having no time for peace and happiness. We are so much engrossed in doing that we don't get time being in the present. Our minds are constantly wandering. We are often physically present at a meeting or a discussion, but mentally somewhere else. Distractions arise either through our own internal dialogues or through external objects. With the advent of technology, our distractions have gone up significantly, primarily due to cell phones, tablets, emails, WhatsApp messages, texts, etc. In our fight for survival in a competitive world, our inner dialogues are diverting our minds to wander in our troubled past or uncertain future, taking away our sense of being in the present. Life unfolds in the present, but so often we let the present slip away, allowing time to rush past unobserved and unseized, and wasting the precious seconds of our lives as we worry about the future or ruminate about what's past. We live in a world that contributes in a major way to mental fragmentation, disintegration, distraction, decoherence. We are always doing something, and we allow little time to practice stillness and calm. When we are at work, we fantasize about being on vacation. On vacation, we worry about the work piling up on our desks. We dwell on intrusive memories of the past, or fret about what may or may not happen in the future. Most of us don't undertake our thoughts in awareness. Rather, our thoughts control us. Ordinary thoughts course through our mind like a deafening waterfall. In order to feel more in control of our minds and our lives, to find the sense of balance, we need to step out of this current, to pause and rest in stillness, to stop doing and just focus on our being.
We're back. Just stop what you're doing when you have some thoughts that enter your head, because our thoughts are what pushes us in our life. Hi, Arlene. Our thoughts are what pushes us. Thoughts mean actions. And when you have good thoughts, that's wonderful. You keep those and you stay and work on those. But when you have waste thoughts, like thoughts of the world or thoughts of, it doesn't mean you shouldn't know what's going on, but waste thoughts take up your time, take up your joy, take up your pleasures in life. Don't let those fall into place. Use your mind to stay. It is an art, as the meditator said. It is an art to stay in the here and now. That's not always easy when things around you are catapulting down on you. But if you stay in the here and now, the past is the past. Our childhood was what it was. If you had a good one, then you were blessed. If you didn't, forget about it. And the future, none of us are seers that can look into a crystal ball and tell you what the future's going to bring. None of us are. But we can stay in the here. This moment is all we truly have right now. This moment, us all being together, us all meditating together. We are one family right now, here in the now. And by doing that and being that, we can remember to forget the hard and difficult things of the past. I know every one of you. I know all of you for the most part, and I understand we have all gone through difficult times. Every one of us. I myself have. I lost a son 8 years ago. I lost my loving husband 3 years ago. It will be 3 years. That was difficult. We've all gone through illnesses of one kind or another, but we understand that that is all behind us. The past, the difficult things are just wasting the time of the now. I always say to my children, I have 2 girls, daughters left. I always say to them, say I love you to the people in your life, because you never know when that person will not be there. Say I love you, I treasure you. That's the way to live in the now, not by worrying about the future. We cannot do anything about it. We can raise our voice in activism. We can say and we can march about Roe versus Wade. We can do many things with our voice, but we can't change what's happening. And so the more we focus on staying right here in the present moment, the more we realize how blessed we are. Did you wake up this morning? Did you open your eyes to a brand new day? Did you see the light from the sky and the beautiful blue? Were you able to visualize You have food in your refrigerator. You have a house with a roof over your head. You are blessed. Many people do not have that. Many people do not have those particular things. So we are all blessed. And we have to say, I do it every single day. Put my feet on the floor and say, thank you, God. Thank you for another wonderful day. Even if it's pouring rain, doesn't matter. It's wonderful because I woke up and I'm able to be alive and well. So let's meditate again.
Hello and welcome. It's Nancy Gentle Boudry with Awaken with Light here. Today I want to share with you an exercise to really help you and comfort you during those times that you place self-blame, regret on past actions or past reactions to an experience, or those times that you become very harsh and critical of self, unforgiveness, guilt, shame for your behavior, your actions. And these we recognize intellectually weigh us down, but it's very, very hard sometimes to let those critical thoughts go. So I want to assist. So let's close our eyes and just connect to the flow of our breath. And think of the breath, how easy. We don't have to do anything. We don't have to be worthy to receive the breath that nourishes our body. Feel yourself breathing in and out. And this is so natural. Just as it is natural to let go of thoughts that are unhealthy, such as self-blame, those heavy emotions that stand in our way of experiencing a deep sense of inner peace. And set that intention right now. Please help me release all self-blame from my mind, body, and emotions. Imagine sending that out to this field of energy around us, however you define it. Release any worthiness to send that out. And inviting to replace that with seeing yourself and all your qualities of just pure love and light. You are doing the best you can. And you did the best you could in that circumstance. We are always evolving, always growing. Awareness is power, but we need to let go so we can ascend to that higher space of seeing light and love. You are one with the light. Let go of anything otherwise. Now stay in silence as you just place that and feel the sensations of deep release. And feel yourself embracing your
Are we being hacked here? Do you think? Did you hear that noise? Maybe we're being hacked. That can happen. Let me see. Let me see. Who has their microphone on? Anybody here? No. Well, we were hacked. Well, that means we're important. We were.
I think Lourdes's microphone was on. It looked
Really?
like Lourdes had her mic on. Lourdes?
Okay.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm turning it off. It's true.
Thank you, dear. Thank you very much. Well, that was telling us that we have to ignore those thoughts that come into our head. Ignore those things that trouble us, those waste thoughts, and stay on the positive. Stay in the positive place. Juanita, we haven't heard from you in a little while. Let's hear what you have to say about being young at heart.
Well, I love this topic and these meditations. And recently in a meditation that I was just sitting in the silence, and something that I feel that ties in very, very well with being young at heart and the inner child is something that came up in my awareness, and it kept saying, you've been given a second wind. And I thought, when we talk about getting our second wind for the day, it sort of feels like we've been busy, then we have gotten a little bit exhausted and tired, and then all of a sudden, many people will go have coffee and they'll feel like they have a second wind and they can carry on. But meditation gives us that second wind in not just the day, but in our whole entire life. And I know that many of us have experienced that, especially those who feel like they've been maybe like late bloomers to meditation or to having an improved sense of well-being in our lives, that God has given us a second wind. So it's a huge, enormous gift that we have been given. And it might be that we're 50 years old or 90 years old or whatever, but we can receive our second wind for our whole entire life at any time. We just have to accept it when it's given and realize that it's like a fresh start. And I've always said it's like pressing the reset button on our life. And meditation is like that. We get to clear the slate and press the reset button. And we are given our second wind. So that's just a little bit of information that just recently dropped in through daily meditation. And I thought it was so powerful.
It is. It really is, because we all know there's a delete button on a computer or on a tablet. Well, this is like a reset button.
Yes.
When your tablet or your phone is not working, reset it. And that's what you do when you meditate. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Juanita.
You're welcome. Thank
She
you.
shows the beautiful things on her Facebook page of beautiful flowers that she sees, or a little stream she was at the other day, or just had pictures of. So you see, you can find that joy in your life. You can find that the beauty in the little things, in the small things of life. Like those pictures in the meditation with the children. They're so beautiful. They're young and they're beautiful. And no child is not beautiful. They're beautiful because they're innocent and they're young and they're kind. They haven't learned the terrible things of the world. It hasn't hit them yet. It hasn't made them yet be unhappy. So we're going to be those children again. Juanita, will you come out and play with me? Let's play outside, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And although she's a little far away to play ball or catch or tennis, because she's in Ohio and I'm in Florida, but we have to learn. That's what children do. They play. Why can't you go out, take a beautiful walk, go to the ocean if you're near an ocean, go to play tennis or hardball or whatever it is that you love to do it. Because what it does, it brings up the joy and the beauty of life. So we're almost coming to the end, but I want to play one more short meditation for us.
For your life. So to for our life. Om Shanti. Today we will discuss how we can have good things happen in our life. Thought's power can change the picture of our life. When we apply the power of the thoughts in a very conscious and deliberate manner, we can achieve whatever we want, whatever we desire in our life. So firstly, we have to rethink how we have to program the power of thoughts to create the beautiful picture for our life. And for this, we have to be very clear that if I want to receive something good, I must get onto the goodness frequency first. And how can I switch on to the goodness frequency? That can be attained by every good thought you think, every good word you speak, every good emotion you feel, every act of kindness you perform is actually lifting your frequency to the new heights. And these new heights attract new life and new world. The world which you dream, which you desire for your life. So to attract good things into your life, always maintain yourself on good feelings mode to attract every good in your life. Do good deeds every day, like kindness, encouragement, giving love, cooperation, appreciation, smile, good words, good wishes, blessings. These kind of good actions actually lift your frequency to a very higher level. And do all the things in a best way you can. And this all goodness brings you closer to the God, the supreme power. So when you cooperate, appreciate, care, concern, when you give regard, respect to others, you're actually connected to the power of love, the supreme power, who is the greatest power in the universe. So when we are feeling good, feeling grateful, happy or joyful, then we are always connected to God, and you become the magnet for all the beauty and all the abundance that the world has to offer. So all the things that you want in your life are always motivated by the good feelings. So, the simple equation is, if you want to attract good things into your life, get on to the frequency of good with your thoughts and words. Firstly, you will feel good, and secondly, you will be on the frequency of receiving more good. So, that is the equation how to have good things into your life. Om Shanti.
How to have good things in your life. Get on the, new life in progress. Roz is holding up a sign. You all see that? A new life is in progress. That's how, get onto that frequency of good things and good thoughts. Well, I was given this thought about this music today, and you know, every week I try to, because I've had music in my life all my adult life. So every week I try to find a song that I really love. And so here we're going to hear this one, Young at Heart.
I'm sure it's no earth-shattering secret, but I like to sing. And probably the most satisfaction I get, or any singer gets for that matter, is singing a well-written ballad. Because when a ballad is right, it's like poetry set to music. One thing I've always tried to reach for in my approach to a ballad is a respect for the lyric. I try to do it the way I think the writer would like to have had it done. For instance, I feel a lyric can be a lament, can be an exclamation of joy, or a lyric can tell the sum and substance of a man's life. Fairy tales can come true. It can happen to you if you're young at heart. For it's hard, you will find, to be narrow of mind if you're young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh if your dreams fall apart at the seams, and life gets more exciting with each passing day, and love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth if you're young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, think of all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part: you had a head start. If you are among the very young at heart. I'd like to take just 1 second to do something that I think already took 40 minutes. Would be very nice. We have a little
Well, there he is, the man himself. And he was young there, wasn't he? He must have been in his 20s there. Frank Sinatra, Young at Heart. Do you know what movie that came from? The song came from a movie. Anybody know? Oh, Rachel isn't here. She usually gets them. Well, I'm going to let you ponder that. The song is Young at Heart, Christina. Young at Heart. And that was Frank Sinatra. So until next week, you're welcome, dear. Until next week, we will all be back here, same time, same station, as we used to say on the radio. And remember, keep that young at heart feeling. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your mind in the present moment. And don't frighten yourself with thoughts of the future or worries about the past. Right here and right now, we are all together. Much love to all of you. Young at heart. Can we make the heart? Young at heart. Thank you all, angels. Have a good week and stay safe. Om Shanti.